Good morning, stamping friends. We are finally here after a couple of technical difficulties, but we're still here. I am so excited to be with you. It is November 1st, and we have two exciting new products to share with you. I'm going to just give you a quick introduction to the one, and then we're going to focus mainly on our class today on a beautiful new product suite called Christmastime Is Here. It is so pretty for this holiday season. It's very festive and elegant, and I know you're gonna love it. And it's only good for a limited time. So I'm gonna start out, by the way, I'm Angie. This is Too Cool Stamping, and I'm here with you every week, usually on Thursday at 9 a.m. We had to reschedule for this week, but I'm so excited to be here with you. The first thing that I wanted to share with you today, as we have some of our friends popping on here, is our brand new paper trimmer. I know many of you have been waiting very patiently for the brand new paper trimmer to arrive, and it is here. So I'm so excited to be able to share that with you today, our new paper trimmer, and it's better than the other one, definitely. I'm so excited. There's a lot of new cool features on it that I know you're going to really love. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the new paper trimmer. We're not really going to try it out. We're going to focus on the other new product, the Christmastime Is Here, but I wanted to let you know about this. If you are interested in the paper trimmer, the number is 152392, 152392, and it's just $25. If you had the other trimmer, it's very similar in size. It has centimeters, it has inches, it has a lot of grid down to it looks like the 32nd of an inch on here, so really nice grid up here. The grid goes all the way down. There's a ruler in the middle, so that makes it really nice for lining things up, and there's a ruler at the bottom. The thing I really love about this particular paper trimmer is this arm. We had before, I think it went out to 14 inches, and this goes out to over 17 inches. So you can cut a nice long piece of paper, line that up all the way across, and get a nice cut and get it nice and accurate. So I love this this arm, and I have to say, knowing that the last couple of weeks when I had my other paper trimmer in use, my arm broke off. This one is a lot more sturdy. This one just really works nice and smoothly. It snaps into place at the bottom here, except I can't do it when it's up in the air. There we go, you heard that. It snaps into place at the bottom, so it holds really nicely. There's a little hanging hole, so if you have a little peg or something in your studio, you can get that up out of your way and off of your work surface when you're not using it. The actual guide here, where you put your paper, this is so nice. It doesn't have an actual lock like the other one did. It just naturally clicks into place really nicely, and it'll hold your paper really well. The other thing that is the best part of this paper trimmer are the blades and the scoring tool. They are so much better, I mean 1,000 times better than the previous blade and scoring tool. At some point I want to do a little comparison, like a photo of the blade, because it actually has a lot of blade showing. If you are familiar with the other blade that we had, didn't hardly have any blade showing, but look at I don't know if it'll show that or not. Can you see that blade? Woo, look how tall that blade is. And it actually has a beveled edge on either side. Can you see that shining? There's a beveled edge, so it makes it really sharp on both sides. So this blade is going to be very long lasting, and it cuts really well. You might have felt like before you had a little bit of tearing when you were cutting. This is going to cut really nicely, and I think it's going to stay sharper longer because it's just a nicer blade overall. And then the scoring tool is also very nice. In the past, you might have to, like go over your paper several times in order to make a score. This is going to make a nice deep score just with one stroke. The other thing that I noticed, or that I've heard, is when you're using the actual blade, you don't want to push really deeply. And the reason is because, like in the past one, there was a little track here that you could actually pull out. It was like a separate piece. This is all a track that's built in, and so you don't have to push very hard. And if you do push very hard, you're actually going to be going too deep into the track. So just glide it along very nice and smoothly, and you're going to have a great cut. So anyway, I haven't got a chance to use this very much. When I did have a chance to use it, I should have showed you the cuts that you can make are so tiny. You can make up to like a 1/16 of an inch, even a 32nd of an inch cut on this trimmer. I love that. So you can get really small pieces if you want to. Just take a little bit off if you need to. I really love that. That's one of the things that I'm most excited about. And anyway, yeah, try it out. So again, that number 152392, it's $25. I also wanted to mention that we had a pre-order with demonstrators for this, and it sold really well, and demonstrators are really excited about it. And it also meant that some of the blades were getting low in inventory. So the blades are actually going to come in a multi-pack for $12. Because the demonstrators were allowed to have one pack per piece per person, the inventory is a little bit lower than they had anticipated because everybody just wanted to make sure they had their blades. So right now they do not have blades available for purchase. They are going to wait until their next shipment comes in so that they don't have a bunch of back orders, because they're getting kind of low on inventory on those already. So the blades will be coming in around January. I'm telling you what, you're not going to need, unless you're doing a lot of cutting, you're not going to need a refill until January anyway. These blades are nice and super sharp. So anyway, I hope you guys try that out. I think you're really going to be pleased with the brand new paper trimmer. And again, 152392, you can buy that today for $25. Okay, I wanted to also talk about another new product. It's a product suite. So this is all about kind of a festive Christmas rose and gold theme. And when I mean rose, I mean the actual flower, and gold accents. And it's called Christmastime Is Here. And it's a whole limited time product suite release. So let me show you what is, I think I'm going to turn everything around here so that you can get a really good look at everything, flip the right direction so that you can see it all. But basically, the suite is going to be, there's several different products. You can buy everything in a great big bundle, or you can buy everything a la carte if you want to. This product suite is limited time. It's available today, starting today, and there's no end date. It's just while supplies last. So that could mean it could last for a while. It could mean it could sell out very quickly. We don't know. This is the first time they've ever had a no end date and just have while supplies last. So we'll see how that works. But I wanted to show you this product suite today. I'm really excited about it. One of the things that I'm going to be doing, kind of like I've done in the past with the Everything is Rosy product medley, I'm going to have a 12 card PDF that has instructions for 12 different projects that you can create with the Christmastime Is Here product suite. And that will be available to you for free if you place an order for the entire bundle. So the entire bundle is $112.50. Of course, don't forget that if you, and let me give you the product number for that real quick, 153947, and I'll give you all that too after you see the whole thing, because you're going to be really excited about it. Don't forget, if you place an order for $112.50, that when you get to $150, that's when you start earning Stampin' Rewards, 10% back on every dollar that you spend. So if you have $150 in orders, you get $15 back that you can spend on that order, an additional product. So if you are wanting to to get a little bit of extra bang for your buck, you might want to get to that $150 level if you're choosing to purchase the suite as well. Okay, so let me turn the camera around and then we can talk a little bit more about all the different products that are in the suite. So everyone hold on one moment, please. All right. So the Christmastime Is Here Suite. I have, if you go on my toocoolstamping.com blog, you can see information on this, and you can print out this flyer, and this gives you all of the details for all of the different things in the suite. And I'm going to show you, I'll walk you through them one by one. So first of all, it comes with a 2-part stamp set, and I love this because it is the first time that they've ever done a clear mount, which it's missing because I'm going to use it in a minute for one of our projects, but we're doing a clear mount as well, or a cling mount, I should say, as well as photopolymer. So both styles of stamps in one set. One for the outline because the cling mount works perfectly for that, and then the photopolymer works really nicely with the distinctive images that you'll get with the coordinating images. And so these images go in the outline so that all coordinates together, and then you have some really pretty sentiments that you can use as well, both on the inside and the outside of your cards. Then my favorite part is this beautiful paper. So you're going to get a pack of 12 by 12 designer series paper sheets. There's 3 different double-sided designs. You get 4 each of the three designs. So here's the first double-sided sheet. And I want you to see that there's some beautiful gold accents happening. All those pretty roses that are shimmering. And it's in really a gorgeous color combination, some cherry cobbler, some mossy meadow, some poppy parade, and then those beautiful gold accents. So there's the first double-sided sheet. You'll get 4 of each of those. The next one is a beautiful gold background pattern on that pretty cherry cobbler, and then a really nice pattern to go with it. And then the third combination, also another beautiful gold accented image. Look at all of that outline in the gold, just shimmering. So pretty. And then some more pattern for the other side of that paper. And again, 4 of each of those 3 different double-sided sheets. So then we have, that's not it. We have lots of other things in here. Of course, we have some dies that we can use to die cut this beautiful image. We have some different labels in here, and then also some decorative pieces that you can use to add some accents to your projects. This ribbon is gorgeous. It is a beautiful gold shimmery ribbon. It's a satin, and it's 1/4 inch. And I love how it looks with the paper. It just absolutely is gorgeous. And then to go along with that are some gold glitter enamel dots in all kinds of sizes. So you'll be able to add little dewdrops to your roses and all kinds of fun gold accents. I love that. And then also, this is so cool. This is a new thing that they added. If you purchase the whole product suite, then you get this beautiful bracelet, and it's adjustable, so it moves. It has 2 little charms on here. One has a little rose on it to match the rose from the Christmastime Is Here suite, and then the other one is the Stampin' Up! Logo. So, and it's all done in beautiful gold, and it has a beautiful box too, so you can keep it for yourself or give it as a gift. You can make a beautiful card, beautiful packaging with all of the products here, and then have this really pretty gift as well for some of your stamping friends. So that is all of the stuff that comes in the suite. So as I mentioned, you can get the entire bundle, the suite bundle. That's $153,947, It's $112.50. And again, this is available while supplies last, but that includes everything that I showed you here. You can also purchase all of the products a la carte. So you can get the Christmas Rose bundle of stamps and dies, and that's $153,944, and that's just $61. Of course, you're going to get that 10% discount because it is a bundle. And just as a note, you will get this 10% off discount when you purchase the product suite bundle as well. That is included in the price. And then we also have all of the other a la carte items. The bracelet is separate. You can buy the Christmastime Is Here Designer Series paper, so if you love that, you can buy extra. You can buy just the dies if you want to. The shimmer ribbon and the gold glimmer dots all come separately. So if you need extra of the consumable items especially, then you definitely can order those. So again, you can go to toocoolstamping.com, print out a flyer, and have this as a reference so that you know what you can figure out what you want to order. And if you do, as I mentioned earlier, if you do want to place an order for our Christmastime Is Here suite today, if you use the host code, I'm going to move this camera just a teeny bit. There we go. So I have a host code that you can use when you're shopping with the Christmastime Is Here. If you use the UYQE T9FP with your product purchase, then I will send you that 12 card tutorial using all of the products in the Christmastime Is Here suite. And that's just a PDF tutorial, but you'll get that when you order the suite. Again, use the host code, but I'm going to tell you that if you're going to be spending over $150, you don't need to use the host code. That just is something that you get the Stampin' Rewards, and I want you to make sure that you have the Stampin' Rewards when you purchase $150. If you use a host code, you don't get to cash in your Stampin' Rewards. So if you have anything under $150, use the host code. If not, just go ahead and use your Stampin' Rewards, no host code, and I will automatically send you that tutorial because I know that you are going to love it. All right, so today we're going to do a couple of the, I'm going to do that 12 card tutorial for you. I have 2 of the different designs from that tutorial that I'm going to show you today so that you can get kind of an idea of what is in that tutorial. So I'm going to move all of these lovely items out of the way. And we will get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to do a really easy, simple card, and it's a great way to show off some of the gorgeous papers that are in that Christmastime Is Here product suite. So I'm going to start out with a cherry cobbler card base, and I've made it 7.5 across. And so it's just a regular card base with an inch cut off here. So we're going to have a little bit of an interesting card front. Then I'm going to add some of the Christmastime Is Here paper. I love this. This looks like the tufted folder that we have. I love how everything coordinates with that. So I'm going to use a 3 by 5.25 inch piece for the front layer. I love these rich colors. Beautiful for Christmas. Okay, next I'm going to do the inside of my card. So I'm going to have this layered on the inside, and I have another little piece of that same paper, only I'm going to use the opposite side. So this is a 1 by 5.25 piece, and this is going to be the little strip that shows on the side. Oops, that really stuck down. So we'll put that along the edge and flip that around, so that's going to show on the outside here. And before I put that down, I'm going to add a little inside sentiment with the Christmas Rose stamp set. I'm going to put that on my piercing mat so I get a nice clean image. Wishing you the gifts of the season, peace and joy. It's so pretty. And then we can add that to the inside of the card. I like to stamp before I add it because you just never know. You're going to get really crooked or you're not going to stamp it correctly. So I always like to make sure it looks okay. All right, there's our inside of the card. So it's coming together really nicely. Now let's decorate, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to decorate. We have this beautiful paper here from the suite, and I love that they have taken this large die and they have made it so that you can cut out the image, one of the images from this beautiful paper. So that is what I did, and you can use that as a focal point. So that's what I did. So I have this beautiful focal point that I can use. That makes it so quick and so easy. And that's going to go right on top of here. Look how beautifully that's coming together. Another one of the dies in there there's some really pretty accent dies. So I made this little piece here with gold foil, and normally I would use a little bit of Tombow glue, maybe sponge that on using a silicone mat. I'm just going to dab a couple of little dabs of snail adhesive on here just to be quick. And we're going to put that right along the bottom here. Then let's pop that up with some dimensionals. So we'll put a few of these on. So far we've only done a little bit of stamping, just the sentiment on the inside. So I love how quick and easy this comes together. All right, so we're gonna make this go maybe right here. We're gonna have it overlap this area on the side a little bit. Make sure you don't have any dimensionals back here. You don't want those to stick on your second layer there. Then we're gonna add a little sentiment, and I cut this little shape again with another framelit from the Christmas Rose dies. We're gonna stamp that in Mossy Meadow. And this is another one of the sentiments from the set. May this Christmas fill your heart with warmth and love. So pretty. And then we'll add this sentiment on top as well. I don't know if I want to put that behind. Nope, I'm going to put it right over the top, I think. We're going to add some dimensionals for that. Now this is where you want to have this kind of overlapping, but you definitely don't want to have any dimensionals showing. So make sure that you don't have any on that one side. And I'm going to put just a little bit of snail adhesive as well, since it's going to be overlapping. Kind of just tuck that in there, snug it in there really nicely. I think I'm going to have it overlap just a little. There we go. Make sure I don't, oop, I have just a teeny bit showing there. Got to be careful. All right, that should do it. So we don't have any dimensional showing. So that is the sentiment. And then let's just add a couple of these glitter enamel shapes. So I'm just going to add one of these little guys, maybe another medium size one over here, and then a large one clear up here maybe, or up here. There we go. There we go. How quick and easy is that? So, so pretty. Beautiful gold accents. You didn't have to do any stamping with that. Just cut that out with the coordinating dies and it's all done. I love it. I did another version with different papers. So we still cut that same piece out, and then we used the pretty rose floral over here, and then just the more solid without any gold for the background for that one. I think it is the back sheet of that particular pattern. So you can see the two different versions. I love it. What beautiful color combinations. All right, let me know what you think about that. Okay, for the second card, we are going to do a little bit of stamping. And the other thing I love about this, and I wanted to mention before I move on actually, is because you can cut this out really easily, that makes it really quick. But you could also, this is the exact same image, you can also stamp this and color this in with Stampin' Blends. If you love to color, that would be a beautiful thing that you can use a lot of blending and really make that rose pop and come alive. So you could do that. But then there's also these beautiful distinctive images, and that's what we're going to use on the next card to fill in the outline of this beautiful outline image for the Christmas rose focal point. So let's do that. All right. First of all, we're going to start with a Whisper White thick card base. Next, I have just some scrap paper. Actually, I didn't bring that over there. I was going to show you, but I don't really need to because I already had this done anyway. But I stamped the image in Versamark ink, so that's sticky ink. Then I sprinkled it with some gold embossing powder and heated it with the heat tool until it was glossy and smooth. So now I have that same gold accent look on my scrap piece of paper here. So we're going to use that as our outline. You could use an outline just with early espresso or maybe a light crumb cake or something like that. But I love the idea of using that gold because it kind of matched the whole gold outline of the paper. So I'm kind of going to mimic that on my own. Okay, now there are lots of parts and pieces to this Christmas rose that can get a little bit confusing. There's lots of different parts. There's lots of different leaves and little berries and all kinds of things. So I'm going to show you how to put those all together. Don't get intimidated just because there's lots of pieces. It's kind of like paint by number. You just have to get all your pieces out and work from there. So for this one, I'm going to go off of our color combination. So it's not going to look anything like the color combination from the paper. We're going to do something completely different just to show you that you don't have to stick to this color combination. You can use it for other than Christmas. You can use it for birthday or anything like that. So I'm going to start with Night of Navy and this beautiful rose image. And I think I want to turn this way. There's kind of a right side up, upside down type of place. And I can't see through it very well, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm not exactly in the lines. I don't think I am, but I'll be close, pretty close. So there's our Night of Navy. Then we're going to start adding some leaves. So the leaves are going to be in soft seafoam. And I'm going to start with the largest ones. And those are down here. And again, because it's photopolymer, you can pretty much line those up. Forgive me, the camera's in my way, so it probably won't be exactly right, but we're going to be close. Not too bad. And you're just going to work it one by one. Here's another leaf image. And let's see, this one goes over here. And then another pine needles over here. See how easily that comes together? You already have this beautiful look, and you've hardly had to take any time for the coloring. Now we're going to add in some of the berries, and we're going to do those in Bermuda Bay. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm going to make sure I don't have any ink on there. I haven't done it in this color combination yet. Excuse me. Now again, you kind of have to match these up. So looks like this one is right here. And this darker color makes it a little harder to see, but we're going to guess. Not too bad. Ooh, I'm liking that. What do you think? Do you like that color combination? All right. This one looks like it's right here. Whoops, I got totally off on that one. We have another one right here. And then the final one it all just kind of goes together piece by piece. I'm a little off on that one too. It's hard to see with that camera in the way, but you get the idea. All right, so here is our basic piece. We have one more little layer to add, and that's the pine cones. We're going to add that with some crumb cake. Have a pine cone here. Right there. And then one more over here. So pretty. That almost looks gold. I'm using that crumb cake, but when it's right on the gold, it almost looks gold. Isn't that beautiful? All right. So then we have this all colored. It's all pretty and ready to go. Excuse me, I'm totally losing my voice. Then we're going to die cut that. So I'm going to show you that real quick. We're going to use that die, and it just lines up so beautifully. Remember, the new Stampin' Up! Dies line up right along the edge of the image. There's no white outline to your images as you're putting your die down. Pardon the shaking. Whee! And I got it off just a little bit. Again, it's so hard when that camera's in the way, but you'll get the idea. All right, so here we go. One thing I did notice that you might want to keep in mind, and that is, you can see on my plate here, I have some residual ink. That's because we were stamping over that gold embossing powder, and there's a little bit of a resist happening. So it might make some sense to just use a tissue and kind of dab that off so that you're not getting ink all over your plate. You don't want that to interfere with your next project. Okay, so let's bring our pieces back here. We have our thick Whisper White cardstock. Next, I have a layer of gold foil, and this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And you can see that I've already cut out some pieces, so I didn't want to waste my piece back here. I was going to do a layer over the top of it, but I didn't want to waste it. So I thought, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my little accent pieces and lay them out on my foil and run those through. And that way I can have these that I can use for other cards. I already used that one strip on the previous card, and then I have these other really pretty gold pieces that I can use on future cards. So think about that before you layer a full sheet of the gold and gold foil. Now on top of that, I'm going to add, it's just a little bit under that. So it's going to be 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and I've already embossed that with that tufted folder. So you can see that pattern. It's the same pattern that you'll see on this card. See how that coordinates together? I love it. And we'll add that to our gold layer. Now one thing I noticed when I am running my gold embosser or gold foil through the embossing, not embossing, but when I was die cutting these pieces out, sometimes you'll get a little bit of texture that'll come from your plate if your plate isn't brand new. And so you'll get some markings on there, and it really shows up on the gold foil. But what you can do is just use a bone folder and just kind of run that along the edge anywhere you have a little bit of marring, and that's going to smooth that out a little bit, so it's not going to be as apparent. So if you ever have that, that's one way to get rid of it. Now before we put that part down, I'm going to add some of our gold ribbon, beautiful ribbon. And this ribbon would be great for fall projects as well. Harvest gold. And the gems too. Also would look really nicely with the Perfectly Plaid suite that has all of the gold accents in there. All right, we'll cut that off. Little ribbon there. Move this over a little bit. And then I'm going to add this with some tear and tape just to make sure that it's going to stick nice and securely. When you get some ribbon under there, sometimes it doesn't like to stick onto the card base. So we'll add some tear and tape, a little bit of snail. That is not going to fall off now. Okay, so here's our card front. I'm loving that, so pretty. All right, now we can add this beautiful piece. Let's do that with some more dimensionals. I like this white background look, kind of makes it feel snowy to me for some reason. It's very wintry looking. All right, we'll add that here. Whoops, see, I have a little bit of extra residual. I should have used a tissue there. We might need to cover that up a little differently. Oh well. It's a sample card. It's meant to let you know what not to do when you make your card. All right, so make sure you use a tissue and get all of that off. Can you see that? A little bit of ink there. All right, we're gonna finish up again with another little sentiment. And I'm gonna use one that is similar to the one we used. Clean that up real quick, and we're going to use that Night of Navy again. I love that shape. It's just such a small and versatile shape that you can put on any kind of card. It goes really well with this set, but you could use it. You know, it matches the stitched nested shapes framelits, and so that would coordinate with it. Now you see how I'm only putting 2 dimensionals at the bottom, and then the top part's going to overlap not only the ribbon but also this little piece right here, so you don't need dimensionals on that side. All right, what do we need? Does anyone know? A little bit of glitter gems, I think. We're gonna add a couple up here. And then another larger one down here. All right, there you go, with a few mistakes. See, everyone makes mistakes. I know a lot of people are they want their card to be perfect, but sometimes it just isn't going to be as perfect as you want it, but it just still has that handmade charm. So there is a different color combination. I also did one in the same color combination as the paper. So you can see here we have Cherry Cobbler, the sea foam, soft sea foam, Poppy Parade for the berries. I love those, how those really pop. And Crumb Cake for the pine cones. And then the sentiment in the cherry cobbler again. So which one do you like the best, color-wise? I don't know, I kind of like both. This one looks a little more wintry to me, but this looks very Christmas and festive to me. So I think they both could be for Christmas or even a birthday or thinking of you. Just such a really, really pretty set. Okay, everybody, that will conclude our class for today with our Christmastime Is Here product suite. I hope you really enjoyed just a little sneak peek of how you can use these different items together to make beautiful projects. Remember, I'm giving you a 12-card project tutorial when you purchase the full Christmastime Is Here Suite bundle. And again, that number is 153-947. And if you have an order that's under $150, remember to use the host code here. You can find this host code on my website, toocoolstamping.com. You'll find all the information for that 12-card tutorial there as well later today. And I hope you really enjoy this suite. I know you're going to really, really love it. Again, it's only available while supplies last, so don't wait. We don't know how long it'll be here. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you next time. This is Angie with toocoolstamping.com. Bye-bye.